Hi everyone. Today we are going to see one of the important framework utility in Azure Data Factory, which we can use for various set of activities. Like one of the scenario which we are trying to achieve as a part of this metadata framework is copy the entire SQL Server table or selected tables from SQL Server to CSV file by using metadata driven framework. So basically, we are going to copy all this file which is available under this SQL Server, and we are going to copy this file in Azure, which is we can place this file under this storage account, right? So that's what the expectation is from this video, and I will tell you means mostly this framework is used when you want to copy selected tables from source to target, right? So it might be that you don't have to select all the table. You can select out of 14 15 table only you want to select only few tables, 3 to 4 table, which you want to copy from your SQL Server to your ADLS Gen 2 account. So for that also, this metadata framework is one of the good way through which we can proceed. So to achieve all this, first of all, we have to see, we have to create one test configuration. So I will show you what this test configuration file is, right? So if I show you here, and yeah, so you can see this is the file which we have created, and which we have already uploaded in our ADLS Gen 2 location under this storage account and under this data container, and this is the folder, and this is the file which is available here, right? So we can see here we are having various source type, schema name, table name, target file system. So what all this I will explain you. So we again go to our PPT. So you can see here, this is the schema name and table name, right? So basically, we are copying, this is our source location from where we are going to copy the file. So this is our schema name and this is our table name, right? So if I show you in this table, so this you can see, if we have to extract any of the content from any of the tables, so we are writing here select star from dvo dot customers. So basically dvo is your schema name and this is your table name customer, right? So this is our source location, right? And this is the target location where we want to place our file. So we have to place this file in under ADLS some storage account, and this is the demo is container name. This is the folder path or directory path, and this is the file, right? So whatever the table name, we want the same name in the target file location. There is one another column is active, right? So is active is basically a decision maker which will define whether this particular table is being copied from source to location or not, right? So here in this example, if I have given as Y, it means that all the 14 table being copied from source to target. If we want to move only selected file, then we have to make it as whatever table which we didn't want in the our target location, we simply go here and we can keep it as N, right? Now we'll go into the next slide. So yeah, this is our solution approach, and this is the complete pipeline which we are going to see in current demo, how we can achieve this. So basically we are going to use lookup activity, filter activity, and forage activity. So if I just give you a small overview on this lookup activity, what it is doing here is that so lookup activity reads and returns the content of a configuration file or table. It also return the result of executing a query or a stored procedure. I will quickly show you in ADF. So we'll go here and we'll create one pipeline. We'll give here this, and we'll choose lookup, and we'll drag and drop here. So if I show you, this is the lookup file, right? So yeah, we'll go in. So here we don't have to give anything here in general. Under setting, we have to give source data set, right? So if we have some existing data set, we can use that. If not, then we have to create. So here, and we will give basically give a name of this file, read test read test configuration, the name which we have given here, right? And we'll go in this settings, and under settings, we'll create a new file, and we'll give here some file ADLS gen 2. We'll continue, and we'll select this is basically CSV file which we are going to read. So we'll give this CSV file here, and we'll click on continue, and I have already given a name I have selected, so I will just copy this name which we are going to create. We'll give this file name here, and after that we'll select a linked service. So we can select this linked service, right? And we can create yeah. So see here, our file is getting created here. Now we'll go and open this file, and if you see this, if we can make a generic file as well. So what we have to do, we have to just click three things: source container, source directory. Here we have to give source file, and we'll go in connection. We came here. So basically I'm parameterizing this. I will select here source container. I will select this source directory. I will give here source file. Yeah. So again, we'll go in this pipeline, and we can see here we are seeing three source container, source directory, and source file. So basically, we are supplying this value from parameter level, right? We are not hard coding, so we can give here source container. So we can go here and we can see this is our storage account, Suman1503, and data and 26 output. Is the folder name, and under that folder this test configuration, that file is available, right? So we can go here and we can give here data is as a source container, source directory is our 260 output, and under that we have a file having name with test configuration.csv, right? So we'll give here. So yeah, that's it. So we basically what we are doing here is that we just taken a lookup activity here, and we have defined a file which is linked with uh, this file, right? So basically this data set which we have defined here, this ds suman 1503 underscore gen 5, so that is linked with this data set. So this lookup activity will read this whole test configuration file, right? And it will basically read a table as well, but in this case it is reading this configuration file, and it will return the result of executing a query or a stored procedure. Various things we can achieve through this lookup. So we'll go here, and if we run this, if we validate this before running, so we didn't get any failure here, so we can debug as well, and we can see here what's the output we are getting, right? So we just run it. Yeah, so this is running. So basically this lookup we have pointed to this one. So see here what is the output when we are running this lookup, how's the output we got, right? So if I zoom it, right? So here see we can, it has read only first row, right? So one thing I have to do here, I have done so here first row only, that's the reason it is reading only first row. So I will uncheck this, and I will debug it again. Yeah, it is running. It is running. Yeah, it is succeeded now. If I show you here, right? So if you can see this lookup has read this content, right? So you can see here this has been read total table 14 and under value we get all this. So I will just copy not all this, but yeah, I will just copy till here and will make a note of this in my notepad for future reference, right? So yeah, so you got means what I'm trying to do here as a part of this lookup, right? So yeah, let me close this. Yeah, so basically this output can be a singleton value or an array of attributes which can be consumed in a subsequent copy or transformation or control flow activities like for each activity. So whatever the output which we have get here is right that will be consumed in the subsequent activity to perform operation on this data which we have received here, right? So what we will do that we will use one another activity here, that is filter, and we'll drag and drop here, right? And will on success this will run this filter. So basically this filter, if I come to filter, so we are getting this kind of output, right? This kind of output we are getting count 14 value this and all this, the value it has written from the test configuration. So filter, basically what this is filter is doing, right? So because this value we get it in an array format, right? So any array type variable or output from the this activity, which is basically a read test configuration, as a input to your filter condition, right? So whatever value we are getting, that will be a input for this filter. So under filter, if I go in general, we have to give name, description, you can give as per your wish, but we'll quickly go into the settings, and under that we have two things, items and condition, right? So we'll give first of all item, what this item is. So item is basically input array on which filter should be applied, right? So if I show you, we can see here, right? And we can select here at the rate, see activity. So activity, so retest configuration, or let me delete this at the rate, uh, activity, or just a moment, I need to, yeah. So basically this is the one which we have selected, read test configuration. So what this is doing, read test configuration activity output. So whatever output we are getting, we are passing this to filter, right? So we are reading this output, and we are reading what the output value, right? So we will give here output dot value, we'll select here and we'll click on OK, right? Now we have to select condition as well. So now we have filter out this based on this value. So under value we will get all this, every 14 we will get it, right? But how we will decide whether we have to copy this table or not, right? So for that we have a condition. So condition to be used for filtering the input, right? So if I go here and if I click here at the rate uh, equals, so if we see here equals, we have two input. So one we have to select here, uh, current item, and after that we need to go here, and because based on this criteria we are going to see which is the condition. Based on that we are going to decide whether we have to copy or not copy, right? So control V. Yeah, so based on this item, filter item, current item, and we will see this is activity, and is activity, if it is Y, then we'll filter those tables only and we'll click on OK, right? So if we again, once again, if we validate no error, so we'll quickly debug this and see what is the output we are getting here. So now, first of all, this lookup will get executed, and after that, filter activity is getting executed. Let me refresh this. Yeah, so we can see here, we already seen their output, right? Now we'll see the filter output, how the output we are getting. So it is also saying that we have a total 14 table, because here we have 14 table, right? And based on that, it has selected all the 14, because in the condition, if you shown, right, I have given Y, and so I will again just copy this. I will paste it here for your future reference, for our future reference. Yeah, so this is the value we got it from the output of this, right? So why it is also giving 14, right? Because here if I show you, right, we are having all this 14 table where we have given as Y, right? If I edit this and if I make it as n, right? If I make it as 1n here, right? So, and we'll save this. And if I preview it, so we can see here we have now 14 table. If we again run this, so let's see how this output varies. So this lookup will read the data from test configuration file. It will pass that value to filter, and as in filter we have defined this condition that it will select only is active Y. So we'll come here. Yeah, we can see here. Yeah, see here. So if I show you, so item count is 14, but filter item count is 13, right? Because it has selected only those which is in active, right? So if you see here, only 13 item gets selected, and the N1 is not getting selected as a output, right? So this same output is being now as a next activity. We are going to use for each activity. Yeah, for each. So again, will on success, this activity will get run for each. So now where's this for each activity is very familiar with other programming language, like whenever we required anything which we need to run in a looping manner, right? So that time we are using this for each. So basically this activity is used to iterate over a collection and execute a specified activities in a loop manner, right? So we'll quickly see this for each activity, what it is doing general. So you can give name, description, activity as per your wish. I will quickly go into the settings part. So in settings part, if you see, this is sequential. So each sequential by default it is not selected, right? If you select this, it means that it will whatever things is getting executed in for each, that will be held in sequence manner. If we are not selecting, it means that it specifies whether the loop should be executed sequentially or in parallel, right? So if I haven't selected here, right, it means that it will execute it on a parallel basis. So maximum as of now, this is 50 loop iteration can be executed at once in a parallel. So here we are copying only 14, so all the 14 will get copied from source to destination in one go, right? So that's the significance of this sequential later batch count. So if we select this, if it is a parallel, so we have to give this batch count. So we can batch count basically defines or used to for controlling the number of parallel executions. So if we give here 5, so in a slot of 5 all these tables will get copied from source to destination. Now next one is your item. So item again, we have to give uh, basically an expression that returns a JSON array to be iterated over. So we'll go here and we'll give at the rate, sorry, at the rate activity and filter dot and or let me we can directly we can this see here we can read test configuration activity output, read test configuration count, read array of the row data. If you select this, yeah, so filter one activity output. So basically what we are going to do here is that we are going to consume this filter one activity output, and after that so what output after this filter activity, what output we got? We got output in this way, item count and this value, but we are not bother about all this. We are just going to read this value. Under value, whatever things are defined, we just going to iterate on that, right? So here we'll give output dot value and we'll click on OK, right? So that's what this for all these are interconnected with each other, right? Now under for each we have to this is iterating over in a manner, right? So now we have to perform some activities here. So we'll go activities. We can copy we can create activities from here also, or you have an option to edit here and we can create activities from here also, right? So we'll go here and best we can create it from here also. So we give here one copy activity. So basically what we are trying to do here is that we are going to read all this value on a iterator manner through for each, and we are going to copy this value from source location to destination location. So we have placed a copy data activity here. Now we'll go here and we'll click on source, right? So now what we are trying to do here is we are going to copy this data, a schema name and table name which is available in SQL Server database, right? And this is our ADLS. So we have to create first of all file, because this is on premises. This data is available in on premises database and this is on ADLS, right? So what we will do here, we'll go here and we'll have to first of all create a new database. So we can take any name, means I have already copied this name. So we can go here and we can select SQL Server. We can go here, we can continue, and we can give this name, and okay, this is already exists, so we'll give some other name and we'll give LS SQL Server name, which is basically our linked services, and this is the link services which is connecting SQL Server to our this pipeline, right? So we'll go here and we'll create one table and we'll give this name as okay. Yep, we'll open this and we can give here we can parameterize this as well in this way. Just or I don't think this is required here. We'll simply, if required, then we'll see. We'll go in connection and we'll come here SQL and or let me parameterize this. So we'll go here and we'll give here a schema name, schema name, sorry, spelling. Schema name will give table name, and we'll come here, we'll give here schema name, we'll give here table name. So we are parameterizing basically here, right? So we'll come in pipeline and close this. Uh, yeah. So we can give now a source and table name. So how we can give this schema name and table name here? So let's see this. We'll click here. We'll come here and see it is saying for each is returning current item, right? If we see the for each output, so what it is returning this value, right? So what we are going to do here is that we will select this current item first of all, and what we are trying to read this schema name. So we'll select this schema name and dot, yeah, schema name. So in this way we can parameterize this, right? So we are getting this value, basically you got, right, what I want to say. This is the output which we got from the filter, right? And after that for each loop is sending one array at a time, right? So we have to read this schema name, right? Now similarly we need to read this table name. So we'll copy this, we'll come here and we'll do the same thing, current item, and we'll copy this table name and do the OK. Similar way, we can go here in sync and we can create another data set, because here the source location is our SQL server. Now we are going to place this file somewhere in ADLS. So what we have to do here is we can go and we can create another data set. So click here, new, select this ADLS Gen 2. Where is, yeah, here we can continue because this is a CSV file. So we'll select this CSV, continue, we'll give this and later we can select linked service and we can keep it as blank, no problem. We can click on OK. So yeah, we have this created. We can open this file, and similarly we can do here also three things. Uh, Target, we are parameterizing this as well. Target directory, target file, we'll go in connection, we'll come here, we'll do a parameterization. Okay, this is directory, this is file name. So we'll select this, right, and we'll go to, yeah, here. So we can see here we are having now target container, target directory, and target file, right? Now what value we need to pass here based on this, right? So we have already passed this schema name and table name in our pipeline in source, right? Schema name and table name. So similarly, we have to pass target container, directory, and file, right? So this is our target container name, target file system, and target directory is source directory, and target file name is target file name, right? So the same value I was showing in the notepad also, which we got it as an output of filter activity. So target file system, so we'll copy this We'll come here, we'll select this, right? We'll select this current item, whichever output we got it, and dot control V, right? So similar way we have to do for target directory. So this is our target directory where we want to place. We'll go here, current item. Yep. Now target file. We'll go here and this is our target file. Control C. And we can give here this current item dot. Yeah. So this is the way how means now our pipeline is fully ready, right? We can run and we can perform this operation, right? Just because this video is going long, so I have already executed this. Once you execute this, you will get this output in this way. So like we are reading this file and later we are copying file from source location, which is your SQL server, and pasting it in, copying it uh, in this location 260 output CSV file. So, yep, you can see here means once you run the entire pipeline, your whole copy is being whole data or table being copied into the CSV file in target location. So that's it, and that's it about metadata driven framework, how we can use to do kind of copy activities from on premises to our ADLS account. Thank you.